Welcome to Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast, the Battle Rap Podcast of New York and the Battle Rap Podcast of the world. We got an action-packed show for you, but before we get into all that, log on to letstalkbattlerap.com for all our latest articles, recaps, and news from around the battle rap world. Also, follow us on all socials at LTBR Podcast for all the latest up-to-date and current news and affairs going on in battle rap, along with the stats and facts. I am your host, Vlad, and I'm here with my main man, friends, and we are not going to delay you any longer. We're going to get straight into the tomfoolery of the week. Franz, what up, player?
All right, Vlad, we're here. Another jam-packed action weekend. Is never a dull week in battle rap. We got a jam-packed show for you guys. We're going to talk about Create For You, King Bau, and Daylyt. We got a lot to talk about there. We're also going to talk to you guys a little bit about iBattle's event over the weekend as well. URL's new app layout, you know what I'm saying? A dope battle dropped over across the pond. Shotty Horroh versus Shuffle T. Some of RBE's latest announcements, and somebody that says they want to go to RBE. Coming up next.
Wonder who could that be?
In the meantime, going in order of our agenda. Wow. Create For You.
Yeah.
What a creation it was. How do you want to start this? I don't even know where to start, but I have a lot to say. I just don't know where to start.
Okay. It's been, over 24 hours now. So everyone got the jokes off. Everybody got that. We got to shake it off and all that. And it was a horror story. It was like battle rap Murphy's Law. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong, right? In a lot, like a whole lot. So we got to watch it in real time, just fall apart, right? But we also I want to start by saying, hey, I do salute the brother, King Bau, for trying to put together something new, right? He got a lot of people flush. He got Jazz a bag, RX a bag, Twerk, T-Top, all these people. He's trying a whole new thing. He's trying to give people ownership back and stuff. So I want to start by the positives and giving out the props for what he wants to do and what he's attempting to do.
Give Jay Black a bag too.
Oh, listen, I wasn't even gonna go there, but honestly, friend, this is all Jay Black's fault, man. Jay Black, this is your fault, bro.
Let's get to it, because Jay Black gonna listen to this in the morning. Let's let him 3 minutes into the show. Let's let him know what's going on, so he don't gotta wait.
Jay Blizzle, this is all your fault, my dude. You know what I'm saying? You brought. Yeah, you've been around this game long enough. You knew what was going to happen, player. And I saw you promoting this for weeks and weeks and weeks on Champion. The dude's on multiple episodes. You got face-offs, endless content. I'm like, and then, Jay Black's had like, hey, man, we did business with a big smile. I saw all 32 of your team, Jay Black, pause. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait a minute. Jay Black is in Cali and he's not even hosting? What? I was like, oh man, this brother's extra flush with that cake, man. So Jay Black, you big compromised brother, you bought in, you know what I'm saying?
Compromised media. Compromised.
You took that bag and you gave everyone confidence that this was gonna work out and it was worth their money. And everybody was standing outside in the cold, man. And yeah, so it's all Jay Black's fault, you know what I mean? And you got to wear that one, Black, you know what I'm saying? But all jokes aside, though, friends, man, like, ooh, I had this feeling this was going to happen. We were speaking, and I think us and the whole crew over here at LTBR we prepared ourselves for a train wreck. And we said, if this is a train wreck, which we believe it was going to be, then the evening is going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we prepared ourselves for. And every time it got worse and worse, our group chat got funnier and we just laughed and laughed because we knew that we was fully prepared for this, man. This was like Ether Part 2 all over again. Yaki. Remember that debacle? Yeah. This was Yaki levels debacle. You know what I'm saying? But it was a mess. It was a once I saw that single angle camera, man, from the pay-per-view and how grainy it was looking and the echoes and no one's in the building and I'm like, what? This can't be a good night, man. And whew, it wasn't, man. France, for the first time ever, a pay-per-view stream showed one battle and disappeared to never come back. It's just gone. You know what I'm saying? People had to scavenge around the internet, find the stream going on in other places. You had a battle rapper that was paid to battle on the card, streaming the event on his Instagram.
Not
You
to
got
mention,
paid to be on the card, but you're bootlegging the event you got paid to be on.
he had
What
more people.
world is this happening?
He had more people in his Instagram live than the live stream.
Oh my gosh, man.
His opponent, which was Kitchen Clean, that no showed the battle because he missed not one, not two, not three, but four flights. Was in the live talking to Ines, and then Ines is in the live like, "Hey, y'all send badges or I'm gonna cut this live off."
Not only was he in the live, he was
Yeah.
in a live today with Angry Fan and one of the executives for Create for You, Keith. And he's like, I told you I wasn't coming, dog. Keith goes, yeah, you told us the morning of. I didn't tell you yesterday or 2 days ago, dog. No, the morning of. Maybe it was the morning of, dog, but I still told you I wasn't coming. What? What kind of brown bag business is this brother doing? Like what is happening?
No,
They gave him his deposit and he went and bought a pack or something. Cause I'm like, what? How do you? What? How? Like, how does this happen? You know, he's like, I didn't want to just show up and just half-ass and give you a bad battle, Enes. Maybe he should have wrote some raps and have been prepared.
It's your only job.
Because I'm pretty sure this being their first event, that this man overpaid everybody, right? Everybody taxed him because they're like, yo, we all know how this is going to go. We've seen a lot of people come and go. So you got to throw some extras on that, dog. Like whatever I usually get paid, you got to overpay me. So I'm pretty sure everybody was flush. And you're not prepared. You're calling the morning of, you're missing flights. You're not even saying this is what happened or that's what happened. Just oh, I'm not coming, dog. And like the day of is supposed to be good enough. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? Salute to T-Top. He and his daughter, you know, both running fevers and stuff. Me having young kids, I know how insane that could be and how a fever really affects your kid. And it's like, that's no joke. You know what I'm saying? And
it happened to you one time.
Yeah, yo, when kids have fevers, friends, when you hit them with that Tylenol, hitting with the Tylenol and the Motrin and all that, they really look like little dope heads. Like they look like they're just like nodding out and just like it looks sad, man. Like it's horrible. It's a terrible look. So I definitely can empathize. You know what I'm saying? And you know, T-Top is a man of business. He is always showing up, you know, doing his job and stuff like that. So I believe him. Stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? But with Clean's track record, like no one believed him. Everyone was like, yeah, whatever. Like this dude's just off somewhere partying or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he confirms it. He calls the morning of saying, hey, yeah, I'm not showing up. No reason, no nothing. Like, you know, typical Clean business. You know what I'm saying? Dirty business, shall I say. No pun intended. And now instead of 5 battles, we got 3 battles. And that's how that, and no one's telling people that we 2 battles down.
Oh yeah, that's you know, I was about to say like as much as details you got with Clean, like that's still just like surface level of like of this debacle because
right.
Then you have 2 commentators that no one in the coaches. I would say I don't want to say no one in the culture, but I would say a lot of us
didn't know them.
We didn't know them. A lot of us weren't familiar with them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hit them with the young ill. King Bau?
Who are these ninjas?
Who is this ninja? You know what I'm saying? and I'm just like, I'm not even so mad that I don't know these commentators, but I'm actually upset that they are talking about battles that are canceled today, and they don't know these battles are canceled.
Right.
That's already showing me what type of level of communication is going on.
Yo, France, that was a big red flag. Like you have two commentators there who don't know that we're two battles down and they're talking about them like the battles are going to go on. Like, what else? That was a big sign that things were going to go all the way left for me. I was like, if these dudes don't know this, what else is not being told? Like, what else is happening behind the scenes? And well, we were sure to find out, man, because we had what 2-3 hour delay before the show started, friends.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, man. First battle of the night, Amin versus Craig Lamar, and before that they had Craig Lamar commentating like before he battles. Like, what's happening here?
Somebody commentating right before they battle is just like, how do they even have the stomach for it? I remember last year during the Mavericks and the Suns game 7, right before the game tipped off, Luka did an interview with the TNT crew.
Mm-hmm.
And then he walked off the interview, and Charles Barkley's like, he's different. There ain't no way I'm gonna do an interview right before game 7. ain't no way I'm gonna do an interview before game 7.
Listen, France, your generation is completely different. Like I have no words for y'all generation. Y'all do your own thing the way y'all want to do it, man. The dudes that I grew up watching, man, you gotta catch them after the game. Like they ain't doing all that. But regardless, man, it's another telltale sign. Like this night is gonna go straight into the toilet bowl, man. And after much delays, we do get the first battle. And I had to admit, man, from the angle that they were showing, I was like, oh, I don't know about this, dog. Like, I got a bad feeling. The audio was bad.
Yeah, the audio wasn't the best neither. So, like, for me, I was just like, all right, the audio, we're delayed. We're missing battles. The commentating team seems to be a bit misinformed. The video, the quality of the video and the audio is not necessarily up to par. What is happening here?
France, I had to squint to hear the bars. Listen to me. I had to squint to hear. Like that's how echoey the venue was because there was no one there. Another sign. Your first event, you're booking a 1,500 room venue. 1,500 people. This is your first foray into battle rap, and you book a venue of that size. Okay. Must have had a lot of confidence in drawing power of Daylyt in LA. You know what I'm saying? Friends, they said there was 50 people in the house, dog. KG the Poet did a 360 with his phone.
50.
It looked like there was 50 people in the house if you stop and counted it. It was madness. You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking like, oh my goodness, man. But
50, no Curtis Jack?
Nah, man. And I mean, you got Daylyt in the card, Twerk on the card, T-Top on the card. You know what I'm saying? You got Jazz on the card, the biggest female draws. And I'm like, all of these names and only 50 people showed up. Like, it goes to show you there's a lot that goes into promotion, dog.
That I want to put a nice little pin on this, right? Because that speaks to two things, right? Promotion's one, and the platform, man. I really feel like there's this level of like skepticism, regardless of the names that you're seeing where it's being hosted, and you're skeptical about what this company is going to bring to you, regardless of whatever names are included. Because I would at least think that Jazz and Daylyt and the Ace and the Twerk on the card will bring you
and T-Top.
And T-Top, they'll bring you 50 plus people. Even if T-Top and Twerk is canceled the day of, like I would still think you can get over 50 people with a handful of these names that are there. No.
I was just shocked, man. Not shocked, but I was like, to see it was just like, oof. But on to the first battle though. You know what I mean? Cool little battle. I wasn't mad. First round, Ace doing his thing, spitting, dope round, and then you get to Craig Lamar, comes out with the fire rebuttal, the whole don't be a menace in South Central, like the whole mailman, because he's a mailman apparently, and he did a fire rebuttal to that, and he had a dope first round. I was like, wait a minute, Craig Lamar fully prepared, like
it was.
We got a nice
I,
little funky battle going on right now.
I'm not gonna lie, Vlad. I thought we were on our way to Upsetville. I'm not gonna lie.
Second round.
Yeah.
Yo, man, second round. Ace Amin, man, he was going crazy. Ace Amin is such a good writer. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting better too, man. Like he's getting better. I loved a lot of his schemes and stuff. He had the whole UCLA scheme and all that. And he was just super clever, super witty. Just the word play, the word association was just so dope. It was just like, oh snap. Like Ace is taking this. He's not playing around too. Whatever they paid him, he's taking everything serious and he's showing up like, yo, I'm here to work. Like I was like, yes, we
I
got a
remember.
dope ass battle going on right now.
I remember when we talked about his battle with Clean, and I'll tell you, like he had really good material, but he still had stumbles in it. And it's very slight stumbles, but I really want to see Ace put on a solid run of just having clean battles. But the difference between him stumbling now, I can definitely tell his stumbles just come from being too fast in his technical ass style, as opposed to prior. It didn't seem like he was fully prepared to memorize. Because like now he'll stumble and get. Of course, we don't want to see it because we want to see him be clean, but he'll get right back to where he's at. Prior, it'll be like it completely threw him off.
No, you're absolutely right. Now, I was definitely going to get to that. He's still tripping over words, you know what I'm saying? But he's getting right back to the material. So that's definitely a step up. We're going in the right direction. And the next direction will just be no tripping over the words and just super clear. Once he does that, like there's nothing to stop him anymore. You know what I'm saying? He's got the stage presence, he's got the projection, he's got the charisma on stage, he connects with the audience, he knows what he's doing, his bars are fire. He's setting up his haymakers and all that stuff. He's giving you all the intricate stuff for people who loves the writers. So the next step is just not to trip over the words. It's not something that I can ignore. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's there, but it's happening less and less. So at least he's going in the right direction. You know what I mean? So
but we want to see him.
Absolutely. So I'm not going to browbeat it because in past episodes, I've definitely been way more harsh. You know what I'm saying? But he's going in the right direction and I got to take it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? But everything else is there. You know what I'm saying? Craig Lamar's second starts off good too. Starts off dope. I'm like, yeah, here we go. And
then Craig Lamar does Craig Lamar things.
He Craig Lamar'd it. You know what I'm saying? Stopped his second all abruptly, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is 1-1 now. Third round, Ace Amin kicks it back up, starts going crazy all over again. Does the same thing he did in the second. Everything crazy. Still tripping up over a couple words here and there, which it stops the momentum slightly, but he's right back on it. So it's not like he doesn't know his bars. He knows the bars, but he's tripping up over words here and there. It is what it is. But finishes his rounds, gets all his bars out and stuff like that. Dope content. I gotta emphasize the content that this man is spitting is just really dope. Like when he was saying, what was that one line? You're known for baby hairs, but I was known for running through jails with a toothbrush. Oh my gosh. And if you grew up in the hood around, the girls in the hood, they would always put the baby hairs down with the toothbrush and the gel and stuff like that. So I'm like, come on, man, this is such dope writing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Craig Lamar the third, man. I'm like, come on, brother. Like, we had a good battle going, and you stopped abruptly in the second and the third, and it's just like, come on, man. Then, his reasoning for it post game is, I'm usually battling in small venues and stuff like that, and this is only my second big stage. And when I'm on a big stage, I get nervous. I was nervous. Yeah, fella, there was only 50 people in the house. Like, this is a small room in a big venue. Like, what are we talking about?
Do you get nervous in small rooms too? Like, I'm confused because this nothing changes. All right, doesn't matter if it's a stage, doesn't matter if it's a small room, if it's 100 people or 50. This is just who Craig Lamar is, okay? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He has some talent, he has some flashes. We can enjoy the compilations. That JC battle's dope. But more than likely, every night you're going to get him. He's a stepping stone battle for you to win. All right, that's it.
Yeah. So I mean, Ace, 2-1, super clear, possible 3-0. Depending on how you want to judge the first round. And then France. The stream cuts out. I mean, we got commentary after that, and then we had a TED talk
Philly
from
Swain.
Philly Swain. You know, dropped a lot of information. Cool, I ain't
Drop,
man. You
drop,
know,
drop, 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 dropped a lot of advice that I will not be taking. Appreciate that.
there was some good advice in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's not what we paid to see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Vlad, you're a Bentley, so you should stop acting like a used car
hey,
salesman.
listen, I said
That's
some. You know what I'm saying? When he says, you know, you want to see things around you change, you know, the more you change, the more you'll see things around you change. You know what I mean? I was like, that was a pretty good one. Like, you know, that was one that I was like, all right, that's a good one.
two,
You
two,
know what
from,
I
two,
mean?
2 from 10 from the field. Okay.
Hey, what did I say? Listen, man, I can do my Beasley and be correct. You know, if he gives you two things, he gave you some advice that you
Now,
know that was useful.
I want to talk about the camaraderie on the social media, like the Twitters and Instagram, of
Oh man.
everybody knowing that this event is becoming a debacle. And then we all pivot to Nessa's live. Everybody's on Spaces. Everybody's watching their favorite media member go live and talking about it, and it's just nuts because like in this weird spiral of receiving a bad product. Um, we found entertainment out of it and like some kind of
Yes,
you know what I'm
yes.
saying. That's not a compliment to career for you. That's more of like how we were able to cope with the product that we've received, because at the end of the day, like we still haven't even fully broken down a lot of the art, because you see clips of Daylyt and King Bau, you see clips of Jazz and RX. We haven't seen the full battle. So less about their performances and more about what we just dealt with, bruh. You the VOD, like, it's 11:52 p.m. Sunday.
Hmm.
Over 24 hours since the event's been over. We still don't have the VOD available.
Come on, man. There's no excuse for that.
Like I get the idea and the notion of like it's everybody's first event, things go wrong, give them some slack and leeway, but like,
Make it right.
but
Put
make it
up, put,
right.
put the videos up on your site for everyone that paid for it and who wants to see it. People deserve at least that.
I think
You know, at least that.
my favorite part of the night is all the tech support people in the chat. Like, there's a real tech support person in the chat. Like, hey guys, we're working on getting the
Do
stream
you know
back. Just
that
hang
was a real
tight.
tech support person or was that a troll?
There was one real tech support person there. They had like a blue icon, and then everybody just decided to change the name to tech support and just go crazy. Somebody's like, "Get your refund back in blood."
You bought the pay-per-view, but this ain't what you thought it was. You want your refund, bitch, you better get it back in blood.
You knew what you paid for.
But it wasn't what it was.
I don't know if it was a real clean payment, but somebody changed the name to clean and was like, "Since I didn't show up, I'm gonna do tech support. What y'all need?"
Oh my gosh, man. For that
But
sugar booger.
trolling aside, there's some things that really stood out to me from Daylyt and King Bao's post battle, I guess.
Okay.
They did a Twitter space Sunday morning, right?
Oh
And
my
in,
goodness.
and in this Twitter space, they're really pretty much just like addressing everything that went wrong. There's somebody in there as well by the name of Paul. I think he's either a partner or staff,
Okay.
one of the two, and he's there, and they're pretty much kind of like apologizing, trying to take some accountability for everything that's going on. They're giving us answers. They're telling us the VOD is going to be available soon. It's still not available, obviously. But the thing that really caught me was shots to Three Letter Man. He pulled up to really express his frustration with the card, and I felt like Daylyt kind of just spinned the entire idea of like his frustration, like as if it wasn't valid. And look, again, subjectivity. However, I feel about King Bao's style, we'll talk about that in a second because I've only seen clips. I'll give you my thoughts on those clips in a minute. But forget the performance for a minute. Just the aspect of you delivering a product, right? One,
Yeah.
I do tech support, so I have tons of different like variations of like support quotes that we have to kind of enforce ourselves so that we can help our people get satisfied service and get their issues resolved. You know what I'm saying? It takes months to find a customer, Vlad. It only takes seconds to lose them. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And
bars.
and like your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. So like, don't tune out the negativity from the coach who just says the coach is just negative. Like, what do you mean the coach is just negative? We paid $30 and for 5 battles and only got one battle and life advice from Philly Swain. Like, I still don't even have the VODs yet. So like, what? How can you not give me the product that I paid for and be upset that I am voicing my frustrations?
Yeah, France, you know what I took away from all that? When Daylyt was calling everybody to N bombs and how, everyone is stupid N words and, this is just stupid N word mentality and all that stuff and everyone's negative. And you know what I thought to myself, France? I said, for the first time ever, someone has made Daylyt irrelevant in a battle. Remember when Daylyt said, I'm going to make B Magic basically disappear from that battle? And no one, when they talk about the B Magic and Daylyt battle, B Magic was actually really good in that battle. But all you remember is Daylyt, the slow motion matrix and the twerking and all that stuff. And he made B Magic disappear. King Bau somehow trolled the community for weeks, became a villain, made everyone hate him, which we understand. Good guys, people stop loving you after a certain amount of time. The villain gets hated forever. So they're always around. There's always room for a villain. People will always talk about you because this culture thrives on negativity, right? So he knows that. He knows this is the psyche of the battle rap community. Even though, he says he has a message that will uplift the community and this and that and make it better, which, okay, I get it. Maybe you got some diabolical scheme and in your mind, the world is a comic book. It's a simulation and you understand how to work this matrix. Cool. But then there's still also reality in the way that you deliver all this. So in King Bau and this debacle, the menagerie of a mess that this was, the way that everything went to shit in a handbasket, it made Daylyt irrelevant. No one's talking about Daylyt. It's all about King Bau and how terrible the Create for You platform handled this whole thing. And no one's talking about Daylyt. And who comes to be the spokesperson and the spokesman to point the finger back at the entire community and say, oh, this is your fault. You gotta, do you stupid N-words, this, the Daylyt. He's just reinserting himself back in this thing so that he can now be a part of this conversation where before he was just not even a thought anymore. And that's all I kept thinking about. The way he went at 3, I was like, 3. You've been on his platform. You speak to the man. You know where his heart is at. You know how, I'm saying, he conducts business. I'm like, this is all a troll out, and you just part of the conversation now all over again. You know what I'm saying? You got your bread, you got paid all this money, and now you're here. If you was that concerned about everyone getting what they wanted, why are you cutting your rounds short? Why are you selling your fans short who showed up to watch you rap? You know what I'm saying? All because King Bau's presentation of his work, wasn't all that, didn't meet the standards of the audience that was there, didn't connect. Why should you short your fans? Why should you cut your round short? Why don't you give your message out? You know what I'm saying? So all of this, it just made me go, Daylyt just wants to be part of, in my mind, the way I'm taking things, the way I'm looking deeper into this. He's been made irrelevant in all this. And now he's just reasserting himself just to be back in the conversation, man. That's all I took away from that. I
That's
don't
a
think he
great.
really cares about what happened. He
No,
just wants to be part of the conversation again.
that's a great takeaway from it. And I was more so just, I guess, annoyed at this notion that both of them have to just like not necessarily care about the same consumers that they're relying to support this opportunity and this business. You know what I mean? Like, when Three Letter Men's expressing how he feels about the battle, Daylyt instantly goes and tells him, like, you don't do what I do, nor do you use your brain at the capacity that I use my brain, so you don't
Yeah.
understand. And it's
Wow.
just like, it's like, all right, man, we're gonna do this whole, you're a rapper, I'm not, so I can't relate to you, and I have to, if I like your material, I can tell you I like it, but if I don't like it, I can't tell you that I don't like it. Like, I don't understand that, And then he kind of tells him, like, but aren't you rapping for the audience? And Daylyt says, I don't rap for you fans. I rap for myself. I've never cared about how anyone's ever felt. And then that's when King Bau started to kind of like piggyback off of like I wasn't necessarily rapping for you guys. Like I was rapping for me and for Daylyt because like y'all weren't going to accept me just off the way I came dressed. So why would I care about the way you guys feel? And then that's when I started to think like, you know what? Like as an artist, I can partially understand that, right? Where it's just like I'm here to express my art. I don't care how you receive it. But no, because one of the most famous like figures of ancient Rome, right? Because they both love this. They both love these like analogies. Is the gladiators, right? The image of like a brawny warrior battling to death in a gigantic marble theater full of amusement and rabid people cheering, right? And that power of those people cheering leads to what, sir? It's all entertainment. That's actually like the most original form of public entertainment. You know what I'm saying? These violent public spectacles of you creating something for people to cheer for and enjoy. And if you really wanted this to be about the art, you wouldn't have got a 1,500 venue where you try to fill out all the seats here and rock the audience here. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted just to rap, you could have done this whole opportunity in a much different capacity where probably could have been more financially beneficial to you and more satisfying for the art that you want to portray. But nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like even Daylyt admitted, like, oh, maybe what he wrote wasn't made for a big stage. And it's like, well, at the end of the day, like that's what people want. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're not here to adjust to you. You're here to adjust to us.
Yeah. France, I gotta say, man, I'm pretty sure looking back in retrospect, they're thinking about it like, man, this probably wasn't the way to go about it. King Bao, if all you cared about was what Daylyt thought about your raps, what you could have done was say, hey, Daylyt, let's get ourselves a small venue or a studio lot or something like that. Let's all do cosplay. Let's dress up how we want to dress up. Everyone dress up like they're in the Marvel Comics thing or whatever. Show up and let's get a small camera crew and let's keep this a super intimate, super intimate battle. And I can spit my bars exactly how I see it going in, from my mind to the world, to you, to impress you and you only, not the general audience who paid to watch this, you know what I'm saying? Just to you, Daylyt. Control the environment. Maybe we receive the material better. Maybe it looks more cinematic and all that stuff. And maybe it's like, oh, okay. But King Bao, you also got to understand, I heard the message you were spitting in your third round. I wasn't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? Like for me coming from Haiti, and finding hip hop, well, I heard rap music before 86, but the true essence of from the Mecca, New York City rap music, first things I was hearing was like KRS-One, you know what I'm saying? Rakim, LL, all of these guys, the forefathers of who started the golden era on up. And I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, you see these brothers, and it's like, wow, man, these dudes are mad confident. You know what I'm saying? They got the knowledge itself. They also can rhyme. The ladies dig them. They're super confident. It's like, yeah, I get what you're saying because he grew up in Minnesota. I believe he was adopted by a white family and stuff like that. If that's not true, then I apologize for that. But that's the story that's out there. And so I understand what he's saying, how the hip hop resonated with him and how it gave him a sense of self-confidence and stuff like that. And then, he goes into a whole thing of, but the black community turns their back against them. You know what I'm saying? France, I'm sure you've seen a lot of immigrant kids when they come, they want to speak English properly. They want to assimilate. And then what happens? They're like, oh, you talk like a white person, or, why you talk so proper? Why you talk like the white people? You know what I mean? I went through that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, this is the way English is spoken. You know what I mean? Like, this is how I'm speaking English, but never made me want to turn my back on my people or nothing like that, So just, what I mean? I assimilated or whatever.
Look,
you can code switch. You know what I mean?
He was the best takeaway from his performance is he is animated and confident. That's for sure. Those two things could work out with the material being tangible for what battle raps frequency and ears want. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to all be gun bars. It's not. Don't get lost in the
Right,
idea.
right.
Don't get lost in the idea that it has to all be gun bars, because you can literally turn to somebody like A Ward or a battle we're going to talk about later, the Shotty Horroh and Shotty.
Compromise media over here, man. Listen, I got a better example for you, right? I was
Okay.
just about to get to this point.
Yeah.
Loaded Lux, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
King Bau basically he wants to spit like a Lux type joint. And when I say a Lux type joint, something to uplift the people, no one thought Loaded Lux was gonna spit what he spat against Calico, right? Basically, no one was prepared for that in battle rap. It was pretty much 99% all gun bars. You know what I'm saying? Just all negative themes and stuff like that. But Lux had so much credit with the community, and people were so ready to listen to what he had to say, that the fact that he had a suit on right, you know what I'm saying? And the message that he was speaking really resonated with people, and people gave him that respect. King Bao didn't come in here with that respect. He came in here with, this is me against you, the stupid audience who doesn't know anything, and I'm here to, educate you all and give and enlighten everyone because you're too dumb to understand what's going on, and I'm above you on this certain level. And so now you have the people waiting to be impressed by what you're saying. You don't have any credit with the community. You're on this big, massive stage. There's 50 people there. And you're saying you're wearing an attire that you know is going to make people not want to listen to what you have to say. And you're only here to listen to Daylyt. And you can't be surprised at the way that things turned out. And on top of that, you are not in full battle rap form to where no matter what you're saying, it's not delivered in a way that's grabbing the audience like that just yet. So whose fault is that? You know what I mean? Like it was not set up to go the right way. It wasn't the right environment for it. Should have put in a small controlled environment, put all of your people that you know is going to be into what you want to listen to in there, have them react to it, you know what I'm saying? Have them be ready for it, and have Daylyt spit his full rounds too. You know what I'm saying? And then perhaps this becomes a better situation where people are like, oh, you know what? All right, I hear what Son's saying, because what he technically wrote wasn't bad. You know what I mean? But it's just like, dog, this just wasn't it, man. And the microphones wasn't good from what we were. It was just like, nah, man, this wasn't it, dog. You're not Lux. People are not gonna stand there and just wait to hear what you're saying and then go crazy for it and change their lives based off what you're saying right then and there. Like, you're not Lux. The reason why it worked for Lux is because we knew Lux. He gave us lines then. He gave us the Smack DVD battles, freestyles and all that stuff. And then we didn't see him, you know? And then he came back with a positive message that worked. You're not Lux. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't going to work out the same way. Like, it's just, he set himself up, man.
Big, big, big notion to what you said when he was like, "You're not Lux, right? Like, you're not necessarily an outsider, because obviously you have footage from years ago, right? We know about you being in contact with Norbs. We know about you almost having a PG. Like, we know that you understand or was in certain trenches of the culture, but we haven't necessarily seen you since then. You know what I'm saying? You've taken a whole different career path, and in that career path, we've seen you have some very viral interviews, post some of your poor performances in those fights. You know what I'm saying? The most famous one, the herpes one, right? So like this isn't a surprise. It's kind of on brand with who he is. But like you pointed it best. He knew he wore the outfit that people were going to reject. He knew that he was saying things people were going to listen to, and this was the result that he got. You can't be upset at the result that you got. I think this. I think there's something to be said about these guys that come back into battle rap that
Mm-hmm.
like are not technically outsiders, but they're not all the way connected currently. I'm looking at like Cassidy, like Jag, like King Bau, and the list goes on. Those guys, right? They aren't necessarily always technically sound for this era. Like they're not poor at their skills, not all of them, and like they just don't have the pacing for what we want on the stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those same people find yourselves in these big opportunities. How? Because they promo, because they have antics, because they trash talk. They have so much confidence to the point that you think they're being delusional, and that level of confidence within their ability and in their unproven track record becomes this like polarizing thing, and it triggers all the people in battle rap, the media, the fans, the other rappers that are established. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes this like negative thing to attach to the person. And positive or negative, as long as you're attached to them creating traffic, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
And because battle rap is so subjective, they can feel like they're the best in the world. They can put on a performance that we don't receive well, but in their mind, they think the art is amazing. And if the crowd is against them, they also have a crutch to lean on. So they have an excuse built into why they didn't get a fair opportunity. And because normally when you have these guys on these cards, everybody around them doesn't promo as much, they stand out so that even with a poor performance, or an unsatisfactory performance, an underwhelming performance, a performance that we don't rate highly, we're going to walk away talking about it for 40 minutes on the podcast.
Listen, man, sometimes you can do so bad that it actually does good for you. You know what I'm saying? And this is much like, the Supreme shot. You know what I'm saying? It was so bad that like it elevated homeboy status. You know what I mean? And if King Bau's pockets are that deep and he can throw another event again and pay everyone to show up and stuff like that, like he goes on another run, I think what he should do is try to promote more outside of battle rap. Get like the fans who were just into this alternative world and themes and conspiracy theorists and anime fans and fight fans and all of that, go on these quirky little podcasts, do his whole spiel, do his whole act, and draw those people in, because the people in battle rap, once you start rapping, it's gonna be like, oh man, I don't know about all this. But and the people already looking at you sideways, dog. Like, people want their refunds. I'm not mad, because you pay for 5 battles, you get 1.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, look. So
1.
As
We would have got the 3. It would have been like, you know what? Things happen.
Yeah.
Clean was cleaning. T-Top got sick, but from what I saw from Jazz and RX, it looked like they had a cool little battle. Once again, I had to squint to hear, what I'm saying? But look, what they wrote was decent.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
As disgruntled and displeased as I am with the event and his performance specifically, I know how this game works. If you can promo, you can troll people on the internet, and you can get traffic, you're gonna keep. We're gonna keep seeing. I don't think this is the end of the bow, man.
If you hire Jay Black again to give you 3 months of promo, you back in.
I don't think this is the last we see. I don't think this is the last we see of the bow, man. But on the way that you are treated, but the way that you have treated the same people that you want to consume and support this product, the same people that Daylyt says are ignorant, N-words are the same people that call you the best pen of all time. All right. Yeah. Treat the customer as if you're the customer. You know for a fact, if either you two of you purchased the pay-per-view and were at your couch on a Saturday evening watching it, expecting 5 battles, 2 canceled, you only get 1, the stream's cut out, you're not going to be content with that neither. For God's sakes, we watch streams where the main event has a buffer and people are requesting refunds.
I mean, listen, man. A couple of top bloggers were flossing their refunds, you know what I'm saying, from their banks. Happy as hell, you know what I'm saying? Look, I did see him on Angry Fan Show, and he definitely, although he was still had that bravado, at times he did tone it down and go, listen, I understand, man. I only slept 1 hour last night. I get it. It's not just me running this thing. I'm trying to come up with plans with the team to try to figure it out. His contingencies are, hey, I'm going to get the VOD up, and B, I want to give out some NFT tokens to people, and they can. I'm just letting you know what he said. I'm just listen. Let me just get the information out. You know what I'm saying? Let me hold up, big swole up. You know what I'm saying? He wants to give these tokens that people can have free pay-per-view forever. You know what I'm saying? And he also he does want to give the refunds to some folks, but it sounds like he'd rather just give everyone the tokens and the VOD. Like he don't really want to go the refund route. You know what I'm saying? He'll give Caps the refund. He'll probably cash app him, but everyone else, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Hit your bank up if you want the money back or whatever. But I'm just saying this is what he put out there. You know what I mean? So, but he did have that look on his face like, man, I know we messed up. You know what I'm saying? And he even was like, I know this ain't how I wanted it to go. I'm used to get
Me calling my bank.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, I hear you, player. I hear you, player. You know, but he did have that look. It wasn't the same thing on the spaces where it was just like, blah, 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 blah. You know, you mother effers and this and that. Like he knew, yo, man, we messed up. We ain't give the culture what they deserved. And I feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? So I will give him that. You know what I mean? He let the act down for a second, you know what I'm saying, and got human. You know what I mean? And hey, just do right by the people. That's all I'm saying. Just do right by the people. If some people are cool with saying, you know what, man, it's your first time out, things went all left, just give me the VOD, whatever, give them the VOD. If other people want to get the free pay-per-views forever and they're willing to take that risk, because we don't know how many more events you're going to do. You know, you say you're going to be back in July, you got all these big plans and stuff like that. Like, just get the stream going right and then work on those plans. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
if they want to get those free tokens, that's on them. Those that want the refund, give them their refund. Just do right by the people, because people only got one battle. And that's fair. To me, that's fair, man. Like, no one signed up to pay $30 for one battle. Give them their bread back if they want. If they want the other two options, let them get that.
Well said, Vlad. Well said.
Oh, man. Dude.
Let this be a moment for us to appreciate the leagues that are able to consistently put on quality events.
Yeah.
You know, and I do know it's difficult, and I will always expect the first event of somebody's league to run through some hiccups. But there's a level of hiccups that's acceptable and some that aren't. And there's a level of accountability and empathy that takes place after your event isn't successful. That, you know, he took some accountability. He definitely had some of his bravado down on Caps live for sure. But overall,
that space was
but
that
that's
space was rough, man.
but that's what the space was rough, man. That's what the space was real. Like, so what? Like, you know what I'm saying? You guys are Neanderthal. Just like we're like, no, we're not. like, I don't want to throw too much. I don't want to throw too much down another league.
I ain't gonna lie, friends. I ain't gonna lie, man. The way they was spewing the N words and this and that, it sounded like the white man talking to the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you N words should just be happy that you're breathing. You know what I'm saying? That you're allowed to breathe the air that I'm breathing. That's what it sounded like, man.
I don't want to spew too much on another league, but I will say I remember Queen of the Ring had an event not too long ago where the main event did not go down, and the pay-per-view stream was not quality, and people were upset. And when people were expressing their frustration, the league owner is tweeting the fans like as if their complaints wasn't valid. I'm just like, are you serious? We didn't get the main event and the stream wasn't good, and people are not allowed to be upset. Like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah, I mean, don't get defensive when things like that happen. I know it's your natural instinct to get defensive and things like that, but just see it for what it is. Put yourself in the shoe of the customer and do what's right. You know what I mean? At least that way people could be like, you know what? Yeah, things were effed up, but they did right by me. I'll give them another shot. But when you're just dissing, you know, the paying customer or the potential paying customers, and you're telling them they're not this and they're stupid and they're dumb and this and that, like, it doesn't make someone happy to spend their money with you again. Like, it's not a good experience. It already was a terrible experience to begin with, but now you're belittling my intelligence. Like, you're insulting me now. Like, so now, and I should want to go in my pocket and spend more money with you at this point. Make it make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. And Daylyt, you're gonna be down with this, you know, whole thing again. You're gonna be recruiting, getting talent, being a whole part of this. Like, you're not thinking that, unless you think people are just that dumb and you're gonna be able to use your charisma, use your trolling abilities, use your lyrical abilities to just make people forget about all the stuff that you said, like, and just be comfortable saying, well, take another $30 from me, here you go. Like, you got to be conscious of what you're saying to people, you know what I'm saying? But once again, I do feel like this is Daylyt just reinserting himself into the situation, because King Bau made him irrelevant, made everyone forget that Daylyt even existed, and it's all about the King Bau show. His post interview with 15 Minutes of Fame and Uncle Rod, where he almost broke that dude's neck. You
Yeah.
know
By
what
the
I'm
way,
saying?
you know what I'm saying. I have my critiques, but I also still keep it respectful in person with that. You know what I'm saying. That guy is.
Yeah. Oh, listen, man. Look.
Listen,
King
yeah.
Bau. Listen, we are not stepping outside the lines. We're not talking about you.
Yeah,
We're just talking about what happened, bro. You know what I'm saying?
we're just talking about your performance and your event, all right?
Listen, man.
Because at
But
the end of the day,
the first person he does he does lay hands on, though, man. That is a check. Talk about a come up. You know what I'm saying? So be careful, King Bau, because people are gonna want to tempt you and push you. You know what I'm saying? Like, be careful, bro. You know what I mean? You already
look,
seen what happened out there.
to put a ribbon on this whole experience, like, building good customer experience, it doesn't happen by accident, Vlad. It's by design, right? And
Yeah.
like all of us being satisfied, I get it. Even if you had all 5 events, we will probably complain about the quality of the video, the audio, the performances. We'll find something as a battle rap coach to be unhappy with. Satisfaction is just a rating, but trust is a brand, and people do
Mm.
not feel comfortable spending their money moving forward with the product that you presented and the way that you have handled the missteps of this whole dysfunction.
Yeah, it was an amazingly terrible night, but this is exactly what I expected. So, in a weird roundabout way, I had a great time, man. I
And
had a
listen,
great time searching for it on IG, on Enes's
listen,
IG to begin with. Like, this is
listen.
crazy,
I
man.
want I want to take the time to take a quick detour, because at the exact same moment while this is happening, you know what I'm saying, across the street, iBattle has their event going on.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying, they had Geechee Gotti battling Feeble. They had Danny Meyer battling Def the Kid, their Fallen Soldier 2 event, which I believe was actually a 2-day event. So they had one Saturday and Sunday. And we all know how iBattle gives it up, man. 30 plus events a year, live stream on their app, endless amounts of quirky, fun, talented individuals there. And I understand that iBattle is a deeper niche of a niche that is within battle rap. So you're either going to be an iBattle fan or not, or you're going to be somebody that really enjoys going to their events, because I love their events. I
Yo,
love
they,
them.
in
I love,
person, man,
yeah.
it's always a gang of fun.
In person, I never have a bad time at an iBattle event, but I will say on camera, I don't get to capture the same energy that they present to you in person. So I get it why people don't always tune in to some of the names that are there. But from time to time, Lex does his best to get some A-listers on the card, or some very relevant names, or people that are prominent talents that you're familiar with, that you know, like Def the Kid is being managed by Tony Bro. You know what I'm saying? You got Geechee Gotti and Danny Myers on the card. He had fucking bees on this card. And this is somebody that is consistently putting on pay-per-views every single month. And the entire culture chooses to follow the train wreck as opposed to saying, we know Lex is going to give us some quirky, fun, dope, experimental battle at iBattle, and we got 2 top tier names that we love that are over there as well, which both gave maximum effort. Danny Myers gave a great
Right.
performance, and Geechee Gotti was fire.
Yo, bro. Geechee got to give maximum effort, dog.
Yo, I haven't
Like, he
seen Geechee.
gave maximum effort, yo.
Yo, I'm so excited
This
to
was
talk about this.
championship Gotti, man.
I have not,
Championship Gotti, son.
I have not seen Geechee Gotti care this much about a battle in a long time. I don't know what it was, Vlad. Maybe he's rested. He's well. I don't know. He just battled J-Mills last. I don't know. He was on point.
You know what's funny though? Like, all right.
Yeah.
So, we watching the joint. We chatting. Feeble's doing his thing. I'm like, man, dude, bro, this whole neighborhood to this thing. It's like, if you've never been to iBattle, it's like everyone has these slogans and call and responses and stuff like that. So if you've never seen it, you'll be like, wow, man, these people are really, gassing these folks, or like, it's going crazy with the slogans and stuff. But this is just how they get down and stuff. And Feeble, he did his Feeble thing. He was good for what he gave out. And then I'm texting you, friends. I'm like, yo, I don't think don't think he watched any of this guy's material. And I bet you he's gonna be freestyling. And I thought he was just gonna like freestyle a good amount of this battle. I thought it was gonna be like the Snake Eyes, you know what I'm saying, battle.
Yeah.
And he starts off
With like three, four
freestyling.
rebuttals.
Right, 3-4 rebuttals, and I'm like, oh my god, man, did
They weren't bad. They weren't bad.
They weren't bad, but they weren't like they didn't blow the roof off. I was like, did Geechee write anything for this battle? Yeah. And then he goes, man, I ain't never seen none of your battles. And I was like, oh man, I knew it. I knew Geechee didn't watch one of this fool's damn battles. And then after that, everything was fire, yo. Like fire. Full intensity, full Geechee, full in your face, full nutty block. It was just like, where's this guy been? Like, where did this dude go? Like, it was so nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? It was just, he had bar after bar after bar, the fee flips. Man, it was just like, okay, Geechee, if you on this type of timing for the entire 2023, we gonna have a problem again, yo. Like, it was an amazing round, man. It was ridiculous, dog.
I got a clip.
Let's go.
You wouldn't have had this battle unless he paid me. Talking about big stage, he the face. Is he crazy? Boy, you gonna forever die in these little leagues like G-Baby.
Oh! Come on, Geechee.
Yo, it was crazy. As you're watching the battle, right? Yeah. You see Feeble starts off, right? Feeble's maybe like this tall. And then like as Geechee's rapping, he's like this tall. And then this tall. And then this tall. Like people was shrinking.
Wait.
We get the message through. This the shit y'all invested into? You got to shave your hair last battle good. Help the doctors to see the exit wound.
Yo, what the hell is going on? You know what happened? People went to Champion and was like every effing bar. He ain't every effing bar. He's every other bar.
Oh yeah.
And Geechee's like bad. But you know what? I know we gave Jay Black some shit at the beginning of this pod. I do want to shout him out.
It's all jokes, though. It's all jokes.
But the reason why I want to shout him out is because he also did heavy promo for iBattle too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the man buttered his breads on both sides of the toast for his grilled cheese.
Ooh, Jay Black getting that gooter. He get all the bread. Jay Black, man, you know that paper dog.
But I want to say, as a culture, why are we like this? Why did we go watch the battle that we know would be a train wreck as opposed to supporting a league that has been
all right? I mean,
the last 3 years.
I mean, look at all the names that was on the King Bau joint. You know what I'm saying? Well, like if the stream goes at least decent, there's going to be at least a couple of decent battles and then 3 rounders and then names that we know. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to follow the names. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what the league is, we're going to follow the names and we're going to check it out. You know, we had Guardians of the Culture, you know, a while back, and they were putting together names and stuff like that. We didn't know them from a hole in the wall, but they had good streams. They had good matchups. They had some fun. I mean, who knew Geechee Gotti versus Don Marino was going to be crazy? So you can't fault people for following the names that they know and that they've been watching for years. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. I also get that too. Like I just wanted to pose the question as to like, damn, hold on. You're gonna pay $25 and you're gonna see 2 people that you know that are top tiers. It may be a 1-round battle, but you might get a couple of fun battles if you take the risk on this $25 card. More importantly, you know that this league is successfully comes through with the quality of their audio, visual, and VOD. Or you can take a gamble on a brand new environment, brand new opportunity and company that has all the top tier names that you love, but you have no clue if you're going to be able to successfully see this event. And I think it's just interesting. I get it. We do follow the names, but I think it's just a little interesting that we will chase the unknown with the names over appreciating what we know is consistently here for us all the time.
Right. But like you said, man, it is a niche market, you know, and listen, you and I, we're into all sorts of battle raps. There's some folks they're into one particular style and that's it. So for them taking that chance to, say, all right, well, Geechee and Danny's gonna be here. They're doing one rounders, but you got all these names over here, and they're doing 3 rounders. I get it. You know what I'm saying? If you're an iBattle fan, then you knew this was gonna be lit. You probably already tuned in. You know what I'm saying? You're already gonna get it. But trying to convince just the average Joe consumer to either spend your money over here or over there, they're more than likely they're gonna take that chance, following the names. And I can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame them.
I can't blame them neither, but it also stands out as like a full testament of like, sometimes I just feel like we don't appreciate what's here. You know what I'm saying? And it takes these events that are train wrecks for us to be like, damn, yo, JB is the go. You know what I'm saying? Other people will really hold it down. Some of these leagues.
Bizzle.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to wait for something unfortunate to happen for me to appreciate that somebody is consistently always there. But, well, you're right, because at the end of the day, like, you can even see Kings and Queens. People saw Charlie Clips, Jazz, Tay Rock, Miss Hustle. I was like, I ain't paying $25.
right. So and on top of that is Daylyt selling it.
I just wanted to have the dialogue about that.
But Daylyt's selling it. He's promoting it. He's all in. And we never know what we're going to get with Daylyt. And people are just like, well, let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you got a brother, as the spokesperson, co-owner, putting it out there and saying that he wants to give the power back to our MCs, and listen, man, I ain't want to go here. You know what I'm saying? But, everyone on that card, black, everyone on the other card, majority non-black. I mean, and they're like, "Hey, I want to spend this
Hold on. I
said majority non-black. You know what I mean? When people think of it, when I'm not listen, iBattle has every race there. You can find a little bit of everything there, but we're not gonna lie. Like when people think of it, what do they think of? The home schools. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm just saying. We're keeping it realistic now. A lot of people are like, "Hey, I know what I like. I want to spend my money here." You know what I'm saying?
The perception's fine. I just want to get to the reality because I feel like iBattle and sometimes King of the Dot has had this like giant perception of like it's an entire white car, it's an entire white league, and then you'll stop to look at the car and you're like, wait, there's more black battlers than white battlers on this card. You know what I mean? But I get the perception.
You're talking general.
Yeah,
perception and where the people want to spend their money. I know better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That the kid is black. You know what I'm saying? Danny Myers is black. Geechee Gotti is black. They got black folks battling over there. But the general perception, is it's gonna be easy to drop out and homeschool and the rest of their friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just remember one time, right, when we had Organic on, and Organic's like, I'd never understand why people say they don't want to watch King of That season 1 because we're like a white league and there's only like there's only 8 white guys out of 48 battling on the roster.
Right, but I'm saying it's a tough perception. We know better once again. So
8 white guys out of 48. Let me make
right. So listen, Lex, Organic, we know better, and we're trying to educate folks that no, man, there's everyone there. But we're not going to lie, like the general perception is not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think if you pull back the curtains and you think of KOTD before there was the influx of battlers from the States going up there and intermingling, it was a little more homogenous, right, France? Yes or no?
Definitely.
Right? But then once you get the Arsenals going up there, the Charlie Clips is going up there, the favorites that we know, and everyone's, mixing in together, then it changes and it's like, oh, you know what? I appreciate their styles. That's when people start going, oh, You know what? I don't mind Sharon. Pat Stay is really dope. You know, like they start appreciating these folks more as opposed to an entire black culture wanting to watch. I'm saying, man, wanting to watch a predominantly white league. It's a tough sell.
I know I sound like I'm on the iBattle payroll. You know what I'm saying? Alexa, if you want to pay me, you know what I'm saying? Feel free. I'm down to be compromised.
Man, how many leagues got their hands in your pockets? Pause, man.
I got to listen. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I'm just getting at ultimately is just at what point do we appreciate the people that we know is internally here as opposed to somebody that we would label an outsider. King Bau is not an outsider, even though people may feel as he is or don't know him. But it's like, at what point do we go with the sure thing versus the unknown? You know what I'm saying? But I see both sides of the coin.
It's the names, though. It's the names, man. It's the names. I'm pretty sure if King Bau had a card full of, let's say, all right, the guys at iBattle, yeah, we know their names. You know, the hardcore fans know their names, but it's not like before Champion, a lot of those guys weren't necessarily on the national radar like that. You know what I mean? If King Bau had a card of MCs on that level and, 2 1-rounders with A-list MCs, now we have something that we can talk about, more fairly and go, hey, which one do we want to spend our money on? You know what I'm saying? Like, if the cards were equaled out, but this card had a lot of heavy hitters on it though, France. Like, this was a stacked card. Let's not act like it wasn't. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's really a fair comparison like that. If it was the same level of card, then I'd be like, yo, I don't want to spend your money with iBattle because the stream's going to be good. It's going to be clear. It's going to be, on time. You're not going to have any interruptions versus a brand new startup league with some with some dude that's in his own world and we don't know what's going to happen. So I think we got to judge the level of the cards. And look, man, this card is stacked. This card has a lot of up and coming guys and Geechee and Danny on it, in 1-rounders. So we got to judge. I don't think you could judge the cards fairly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this is, the best analogy with this one per se, but I get where you're going with it.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. I concede the names ultimately matter the most for the people. You know what I'm saying? Even the most degenerate hardcore fans are going to want to lean towards the names. But I will want everybody moving forward from today just to be like, you know what? Let me purchase an iBattle card. It'll be worth your money. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they got some dope headliners or dope A-list is pulling up.
Geechee went crazy, man.
Rum Nitty's there next month, and I believe his battle is actually a 3-round battle. It's not a 1-round.
Oh, let's go. Go.
You know what I'm saying? So every now and then they gonna get
funded through that app, boy.
Speaking of which, I want to give a big shout out to Lex too, because it's like I've been thinking about writing about this. iBattle has the ideal business model that I think a league wants. You know what I mean? They have their own app. Their app is, I'm not gonna lie, the app is pricey. I have no problem paying for it. I love iBattle and I love support Lex, but I know for a fact that just the price point alone for a streaming app is a lot. Like Netflix, HBO, and Hulu, none of those are $25. Some of them aren't $25 combined. And so, but you're definitely getting your values worth for what you're paying for, as far as like iBattle events once or twice a month being streamed. It lives on the app. You get the VOD the next day. The app has background play, and more importantly, I love the model that he has where the battlers that get booked there, they have their own level of just like self-promotion and empowerment, right? Because they have their own individual links to buy an individual battle. So if you don't want to pay $25 for a month,
in your own pack, man.
You go ahead and purchase that Geechee Gotti battle. It might be $3.99 or whatever it may be the price for. You can go ahead and buy that, and Geechee gets that sales of his feeble. You know what I'm saying? That's super fire to me that they have that concept. And even I'm not that big of the YouTube bull. I understand both sides of the coin, but they drop their battles on YouTube too. If you're one of those people, right? If you're like, where's the YouTube drop? Well, guess what? After 60 to 90 days, it's gonna hit the tube.
Hey,
so they got the best of both worlds.
Like Lex said, the app has allowed them to book all of these A-listers to come through and give their guys shine. And that $25, if you are a hardcore fan and you want to support them, I don't see what's wrong with Lex doubling down and saying, hey, listen, man, I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to focus on the people that want to pay for this app. And I'm going to show them love by giving them, 2 events a month, getting their money's worth because they love this style of rap. You know what I mean? They love what they're getting from these MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Like if you
It's
are
like,
if you're an iBattle fan, you're a pig in mud with your subscription.
listen, man, they getting that hot oil and warm rag out every time they drop a card. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let's go.
And back to the business model, he's focusing on rising talents. They have their own. There's more things I have to say too. They have their own rankings and leaderboards amongst the league because they have judge battles, right? They have
Yeah.
titles. They have the headbands, which is kind of like their chain in the league. He just started something recently. He has a podcast on the app called iBattle. So every Saturday, Lex, somebody's promoting. So they have their own media going on there. They have their own self pay-per-views going on there. They're still feeding YouTube. They got their rising talents. They go reach out to A-listers in the game. You know what I'm saying? They do independent deals with the A-listers so that way they can still make individual sales off of their back. They got the ideal model, and I just feel like because of who they are sometimes, because we know that they have a lot of talent that we aren't familiar with, or people that like are still rising the ranks or quirky or unorthodox, and it's a lot of different styles. Like if you're somebody that loves gun bars or just the big names, I can see why you're not going to gravitate towards there. But man, I'm sorry if I'm doing my iBattle's best spokesman thing here, but like it's really amazing what they got going on over there.
Mr. Compromised over here.
Hey, listen, do you know they have the biggest battle rap library? They have 1,200 battles on their app. 900.
Golly.
Like at some point, I'm just like, yo, whether you like the content or the artist there or not, respect the model, respect the work ethic. He is feeding his roster while doing. I can't say enough.
Nah, listen, the model keeps everybody happy. If you want to watch something live, you got the live. If you want the VOD is there for you. You know what I'm saying? If you're an artist and you got that hustle, you got that drive, and you can sell your own battle, it's right there laid out for you. So the blueprint is there, man. The blueprint is definitely there, and he drops the YouTube joint. So everybody there is happy. He keeps everybody happy.
And I want to say, I want to segue to this. Speaking of the iBattle app, if you cross the street to the other battle rap app, the URL, they have updated their app. Vlad, I don't know if you got a chance to see it. They had a soft update over the weekend, and now they have this new layout. You know what I'm saying? They have this new layout going on, and it's got this little HBO feel, man. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
You got the series of all the events. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty dope to me.
Fire.
I said series, and Siri came out. Stop.
And the people are listening, boy.
Yeah, you got they updated the leaderboards finally, so now we got the right people ranked up there. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You see, he was at number 10 with his first loss. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving it at that.
Yo.
YouTube exclusive. If you're listening to this on the audio version, come on to the YouTube at the hour 12.
About the hour 12-minute mark, man.
Yeah.
Comment, subscribe.
we got
I had to do something like that.
We got there's categories now. There's like grudge matches, there's pen heavy battles, there's most reactions.
Fire.
The man himself, none other.
The ball.
Is that the ball?
That's the ball.
Shout out to URL, man. I like this new update.
You got to keep things fresh, man. Listen, once people are paying for something, they want things fresh, updated. They want to know what's new. You got to keep people interested and intrigued and stuff. So it's a good layout, man. And I like the fact that they have the cards like separated now. So if you just want to watch the redemption joints, just click on that. All the battles come up. So it is definitely an improvement over the previous version of it. So salute to them, man, for trying to make it a better experience overall.
There's more updates, right? Let's go back to that battle, right? To that battle rappers record, right? So if you go through it, you can vote on the battles per round now. It says who won round 1.
Okay.
Who won round 2. So then you go to round 2. Hold on, let me pull up round 2. You see it there. It says who won round 2. So now you can vote it round by round. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, more stats for you.
The chat ain't going nowhere, but if you scroll down the chat fast enough, you'll see fire emojis and animal emojis.
Relax.
I'm just talking about what's on the chat. So it's a madhouse in here.
Relax, champ.
Okay. I'm gonna stop.
Relax, B.
But the chat is kind of crazy. It's like
Chat is crazy, B.
The chat is
No, man,
crazy.
yo, it's a good update, man. It was definitely necessary because like everything was just too all over the place and stuff, and now it's like things are becoming more centralized and easier to find. And salute for the update.
Last part of the update. They are updating the statistics of it, and that's
Yeah, man, that's your thing, man. That's what makes your
everyone.
nipples hard, man.
Listen, they got this area here where like your record is not like a field goal percentage. So it's like 28 battles out of 32 won for Nitty, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
they also show how many rounds you won in all of your battles. So
Oh,
you won,
25 out of 26.
right?
So they think Nitty only lost one round out of 26 rounds.
Crazy, right?
My gosh, man. Like this dude has a cult, man, following.
I'm sure the votes, right, to the battles he's lost, they think he's lost. But by reactions, because I'm guessing the rounds go by reactions. We've seen it all the
Yeah.
time. He has more reactions than rounds that he's lost or battles that he's lost. We've seen it all the time.
That's
That
crazy.
happens frequently where you see somebody with more reactions than somebody, but they're losing on the votes. Another example is JC and Swamp. Swamp has more reactions than JC almost every round, but he's losing by the votes.
Choked in that
So
third.
so the fact that you can see the rounds percentage, I don't think it's all the way updated because I see everybody has the same number, but
Oh,
but
okay.
they're, but they're working at it, and that's going to be an interesting wrinkle once they get that added.
All right. I was about to say, I was like, oh, crazy.
Yeah, this salute to this new update. You know what I'm saying? But looking forward to them dropping some new battles. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for some new battles to drop,
Mm.
we got a battle that dropped today, sir.
Yo, France. So I'm on YouTube.
You seeing things?
Everything is King Bau, King Bau, King Bau, King Bau, whatever. I'm like, let me check Twitter. King Bau, King Bau, King Bau, King Bau, King Bau. Can't escape the king. And then I see Shotty Horroh versus Shuffle T dropped, right? France, I'm gonna keep it real. I used to follow the UK scene a lot heavier in the past years,
Yeah, but
but
the whole platform.
right, the whole, Don't Flop from back in the days, Premiere, No Loose Chat. I used to follow it. And then at some point in time, I just completely stopped following it, right? Haven't watched a battle, and I can't remember the last time I watched a UK battle. And that's shame on me because, we call ourselves the battle rap podcast of the world. And, man, back in the days, if people go back, listen, 2018, 2019, we always had content about the UK and all the rappers out there showing love, and we were in step. We were following what was going on and informing everyone. And then somewhere along the line, we fell off, man. I'm sorry, UK. But I saw this battle. I said, wait a minute. These are two titans of the UK. Shotty Horroh, Shuffle T. Later for this King Bau madness, man. Let me refresh my palate. Let me watch this joint. Friends, I gotta tell you, it was so worth it. This battle is, I'm gonna use the word classic. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a UK. It's definitely a UK classic for sure. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's a Vlad classic for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a battle that I'm definitely gonna go back and watch again and again because it is so cleverly written. It is so well performed. Both guys are giving 100%, and it's some of the content that I have been missing sorely in my life. When KOTD just had their Stay Forever card, and we got some of that content, the comedic writing along with the whimsical writing and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, man, I missed this. You know what I'm saying? And to see this battle drop, it was like, thank you, man. And I had to text Tim. I was like, yo, Tim, shout out to the genius. I was like, yo, you gotta watch this battle. He was like, yo, man, I'm scared to watch this because if I watch a Shuffle T battle, I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole of Shuffle T battles for the next 6 hours. I got things to do. I don't know if I can do it. I was like, Tim, clear out the next 6 hours because you gotta watch this battle. Then I text you like, yo, friends, you gotta watch this battle. So you seen how crazy I feel about this battle. When you watched it, how did you feel about this battle?
Man, honestly, I was I was blown away, man. You texted me real early about this battle's fire. I have to watch it. And then you said, no, we're going to talk about it on the pod. I said, you know what? Let me go watch it. You know what I'm saying? Out the gate, man, Shotty Horroh is in these fast-paced pockets, these multisyllabic acrobats, you know what I'm saying? Taking shots at Shuffle's advanced rhyming
Yo, that's
dictionary.
what was so dope about it. The whole first round was because
Yeah.
we know Shotty Horroh. He's an aggressive rapper. He's in your face. You know, they said I wouldn't show up to the showdown and all this stuff, and we expecting that. And he's mocking Shuffle T's rhyming book. If you guys don't know, Shuffle T wrote a book about multisyllabic rhyming and rhymes, words that you can rhyme together and stuff like that. This man Shotty spent the whole round. I mean, it's so funny, and he's doing the whole round is a multi. You know what I'm saying? Which made it even crazier. And he's making so much fun of what it took for Shuffle to to write this book and the things that he took off. He's like, just saying like you basically took time off from like living a real life, kissing a girl, like saying like just doing normal things, but it was just so cleverly written. And the fact that the whole entire round was a multi, it was like, man, he stepped away from his traditional style, was funny as hell. Because, Shotty's funny in pockets, but this was the whole round was just hilarious, man. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like I haven't laughed so hard watching the battle like in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then, Shuffle, he's dope. But sometimes with him and Marlo together, the knock on them used to be it's more like watching, comedy theater and stuff like that, more like an improv type thing, and not so much just like rapping. You know what I mean? And then Shuffle's first round, but man, he comes out there and he's just like, it's like he's slow rolling you, man. And he's slow rolling you to the build up, and then he does exactly what Shuffle does, man. And he gets into his multis, but he's also cracking right back on Shotty, man. And these dudes are matching each other. And it was just like, what you thought about Shuffle's first round, man?
Bruh. I'm giddy in pieces, underprepared, underprepared best man. I'm speechless. You know what I'm saying? It's taking 3 prime ministers and changing monarchy. Like he has so many witty lines, bruh.
So
And
many.
I love the whole like this is unbiased as a Kim Jong Un North Korea talent show.
Yeah.
Like like you know what I'm saying? You on social media is an annoying thing. It's just you and Koj enjoying the gym. Like yeah, and then towards the end, a little angle about how everybody's falling out with Shotty, and it's like when you fall out with everybody in the common action,
common denominator is you.
It kind of reminded me of Eazy, when it's like you got problems with Shotty, problems with Rock, problems with Mook, problems with this person. Pussy, the problem is you. Like,
yeah.
Like I love that. I love those bars because it's like perfect. Like take some motherfucking accountability.
Straight to the point, man.
Yeah.
And second round, man, Shotty gives you a classic Shotty round. This is where he gets aggressive. This is where he gets, he breaks the Ginsu out and he's really like in his sharp lyrical bag, what you expect from Shotty. And he's just going ham, yo. I mean, just non-stop aggressive, dog.
I got a clip from the second round. I love this.
Let's go.
Let's talk foundations. There's a difference between rock bottom and groundbreakers. If I'd have shown up today without patience, you'd be an outpatient or mortician. Shuffle on the table without Vegas. I am me.
Shuffle on
the table without Vegas. Ugh.
Yo, when he said, I'm gonna touch Shuffle like I'm, starting the playlist and stuff like that, and Shuffle on the floor like the I forgot what kind of dance or like a rave and stuff like that. I was like, yo, come on, man, this is getting crazy. And the audience was just in tune, and it was like, yes, man, UK, this is what I've been missing. This is how you bring everyone back, man, into the scene from overseas who want to watch UK versus UK battlers. And I gotta say, man, they've been stepping their game up, friends. I've been sleeping. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been bringing the US blokes over anymore. After we had that whole debacle where, there was a lot of MCs from a certain league And those MCs didn't show up, and the US had to send all the macadamias plus Chilla Jones as the sole chocolate chip representative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, bro. You know?
Why you gotta bring up old wounds, man?
I'm just saying, man. I was just saying. Yo, remember when Tay Rock was going hands? Remember, yo, they're still mad at JC. JC can't step of the pinky toe across the Atlantic Ocean. He better not even step off. He better not step off the Atlantic seaboard.
I think that's part of what happened. Like, you couldn't even give JC props without them like attacking a thread of like JC, and this is like, all right, man. Like, I'm gonna. Like,
you know what's crazy though? They all want Twerk back. Like, they're dying to get Twerk back in the UK. I'm like, the man didn't show up. He was in the country and didn't show up.
Yeah, I guess the situation a little different.
That was another league, though. I guess whatever. I don't need to spew negativity on that. But listen, man. Yeah. But since then, they're like, you know what? We need to build our scene back up. We need to focus on us. We need to create dope battles from within and build this scene back up. And this battle was that. And then in the second round, oh my God. Shuffle T pulls. You got this, dog.
I got Shuffle T's second round here.
Oh my gosh!
He pull out his phone.
Can you show it?
Hey, yeah. Can I speak to someone in HR? Yeah, it's to do with well-being and safeguards. 2915 is the number on my name card. My place of work is Shotty Horroh's graveyard.
Listen, everybody. They're so happy.
Yo, and then the whole second round, or like a good amount of the second round, this is him complaining to the HR department of Shotty Horroh's graveyard and just like comparing everything that can go wrong in your work environment to what it's like to work in that graveyard. And like, there's no more space. Like, it's just, and that's one of, Shotty's like trademark slogans and stuff like that. And he just turned that into a whole round of mocking it and like you can see the visuals of him like complaining and working there and stuff like that. And it was just so damn creative. And like I say it all the time, we just get so inundated with all of these gun bars and beat your moms up and shoot your kids and this and that, which is that's fine. That's what we expect, you know what I mean? But like, people step outside the box and come up with some creative, funny, and witty things, and that is still lyrical. Let's not forget about that. Like, there's still dope ass bars in there and punchlines that are in there. So for the, a good amount of that second round, he just like is on that wave, and it's just like, this is so damn clever and witty. And I'm like, yes, man, we've got two amazing rounds. You know what I mean? And in the third round, man, Shotty starts angling, man, and he let him know, like, yo, man, you did your friends dirty. You know what I'm saying? You did your friends dirty. You turned your back on your boys. You know what I'm saying? For Rowan. And everyone from the UK know who Rowan is. You know what I mean? And that's oh man, why did his name I'm getting old, dog. Erg, you know what I'm saying? And then Shotty is like, hey man, when it was the pandemic, you wanted me on your podcast. I went on there 2 times. The one time I asked you to come and do a battle for me, you know what I'm saying? You wanted to charge me, you know what I mean? Like, and you ain't want to do a battle. And man, and he was just also going at his character and basically saying, like, when people are attacking you in battles, you laugh along to try to deflect it, and it shows that your lack of self-confidence and this and that. And it was just like, oh my God, right, this dude's going in right now. Oh man, and in the first round, I love when he was making fun of his trench coat that he's been wearing for like 10 years and stuff like that. And it was just like, wow, man. I mean, Shotty had a slight slip up in a third or whatever, but it was so fat. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything that really took away from his round like that, but it was just like the angling was just so dope, man. And third round, France, man. Shuffle's third, dog.
Listen, I'm not gonna front. I kind of had Shuffle winning the battle. He was on one the whole battle, bro. He was on, and that
Shuffle
speaks to
was
the
in his rapping bag in the third.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he
See,
was really flowing. He was
he
flowing, dog.
he was. I think what makes it so spectacular is how good Shotty was, and yet I walked away with like feeling like you can hear it in like. I wish there was a way to put like the octave levels for the crowd's
Yeah,
reaction, so you can
yeah,
see
yeah.
how the sound meter for it. Because every time
Good
Shuffle was
save.
able to every what you said,
Good save.
yeah, like you could just hear it. It was great. It was
It was
great. But
crazy, man. I mean, to me, yo, man, I enjoyed both of their material like equally the same. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I can't really.
I did
I
ask
gotta
him that.
watch this battle like 3 more times, man, to pick a definitive winner.
I was wondering if you had a winner for you. Like, not really. I was like, really? I kind of walked away with a winner from as much as I enjoyed it on both ends. I walked away
Hey,
having a
no,
winner. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I got. Yeah, it was a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, spit roasted, but I definitely gotta watch like that battle a couple
You
more
know what?
times, man.
I'm gonna co-sign that with you, Vlad. I'm riding that coattails with you. It's also a C word. I agree with you, man.
Yeah,
Which
man. Like 3 rounds of that. Come on, dog. Like that was crazy.
I'm gonna watch the battle tomorrow on Caffeine with everybody, so we can
Oh man,
enjoy
hey
that
man.
battle. Because
If you do it tomorrow night, I might join you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it tomorrow night.
we can talk about it tomorrow in the
You know
afternoon.
what I'm saying? Yo, if we can get Shotty to pull up, that'd be even crazier. But yo, the third round, man, from Shuffle, where he was also angling Shotty, I thought it was dope, man, because he was just basically saying, like, yo, Shotty, you make things that are so simple way too complicated. And, the sign of a good writer is to be able to take things that are complicated and make them simple and enjoyable and able to disperse that information to everybody so that they could understand it. I really thought, from writer standpoints and stuff like that, that he has some really dope points. And he just simplified it and basically told Shotty, you're a terrible person and this and that. And like, but in the simplest way, but the way that he laid out all that groundwork, it was just like so dope that he can just get straight to that point and then still like, evoke a big reaction from it. So I just thought, man, it was just great writing from both dudes, man, and great performance and great passion.
yes,
So when you see that in battle rap, it's like you have to reward it. And for us, man, LTBR has evolved a lot, and we don't really do as many battle breakdowns as we used to and stuff like that. But I had to stop and say, yo, man, like I gotta give it up, man. Like this battle was crazy, man. And it's a battle I want everybody to go check out, man. If
same here,
state
same here.
sides, UK sides, man, we gotta give it up to the mandem. They really
It's
they really came through, bro.
salute to Shotty and Shuffle because it's so rare to have such high expectations for a battle met like this.
Yeah, yeah.
And not only was it met, but I felt like it was exceeded
Exceeded, yeah.
to the point where now it's like we have one. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
can only imagine what it must have been like watching it live because I did shout to London Jen. I talked to her about it when it happened, and she was just like raving about it. And I'm just like, well, I won't be able to see it till it drops, so I'm just gonna take your word for excitement for it. But
Yeah.
I messaged her after I watched the battle. I said, "Yo, you were right. This battle lived up to every single detail that you described. There's an incredible back and forth from both of them. You're literally getting every single component you want: jokes, humor, bars, wittiness. You know what I'm saying? Angles, personals. It's direct. Everything is tailored. Like and more importantly, like we always say the crowd is a very participatory part of the battle, right? Where it's like their energy feeding into you to make sure you're not
Hell yeah.
overreacting, underreacting, feeding you properly, giving you the momentum where it's deserved. Like it's almost as if it's scripted by the way that everything just like flows into just one big piece of entertainment. Like
Just amazing, man.
you're enjoying Shotty's round, goes to Shuffle's round, you're enjoying that. You know what I'm saying? It's just
That's
this is
just
great.
amazing battle,
We
man.
need to promote this battle. We need to promote this battle a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all. We gotta give us some love, man.
There we go, Vlad. Another league, man. Premier battles. You know what I'm saying? We
Well,
will
come
be
on, man.
we will
You know what I'm saying?
we will be premier battles. We will be compromised. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? We will work on.
Listen, man. The compromise camp over here has been ignoring the UK. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
we gotta. Yeah, yo, there's a gem. I gotta watch this Gemini battle, man, that dropped recently. You know what I'm saying? A lot of talk about it. And, Gemini's my guy. One
Yeah,
of the
Gemini was
best.
also on that. He was also on that card too. That plug three
The
card.
battle
So
didn't happen though. It was supposed to be him and Koj. I think he hurt his foot, his foot playing football. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
And the day of the battle, I'm like, oh man, this guy Gemini is wilding. But you know, the battle will go down, and I can expect it to only be better because now Koj got this whole football and busted foot angle and stuff like that to go on and everything. So I can imagine like how much higher this is gonna take the battle and stuff. And then you know people been trying to accuse my man Gem of some some swiping charges and stuff like that. And I'm like, for now you know you got to defend that. Then now Koj's got that angle going on, so it's like okay,
You know
like this
what?
is about to get a little cookie.
We might have a responsibility at LTBR, and honestly, like I know last year they fought a lot for Bizobon. I think Bizobon had an amazing 2022 for especially this year.
Yeah.
He came to the States as well and got busy.
Yeah.
This might be a battle that we might gotta like just you know how we make our list along as the year goes on. Like
Yeah.
it has a placeholder right now for a top battle so far this year.
Bro, I mean,
Like,
listen, man,
it'll have
it's
to. Y'all gonna have to work to
y'all gonna
knock
have
this
to knock
off.
this battle out. You
That's
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You have to knock this battle off.
Yeah, I gotta knock this battle off because you know, if we tell you about this at the end of the year, y'all gonna be like, huh? What are you talking
Huh?
about? No, we talk about it right now, man.
Right
March
now.
26th, right now. This is one of the premier battles, you know what I'm saying, that you should be watching. Like, y'all gonna have to knock this battle out. Mandem stateside, you're gonna have to knock this battle out, man, because this battle it gave me everything I needed. You know what I'm saying? So salute to them. I am gonna be tapping in more with the UK scene and you know and getting back to the roots, man, because we definitely used to watch a lot of those battles and stuff.
You,
And for
you,
one reason or the other, it's just
yeah.
I don't know, fell out from it, man.
One last thing I want to say about the battle is that man, when you get a chance to watch a really good battle and you get lost in it for like a solid 30, 40 minutes, you
Yeah,
kind of forget about all the fodder and fluff that surrounds the culture, all the dialogue that's
yeah.
away from just like the actual essence of the art. And I I have been it's been moments that like the last couple of weeks I've been a little unmotivated with battle rap just because it's
Mm.
been a non-stop like
A lot
fucking
of BS. It ain't even been about the things in the ring. It's just been everything outside the ring. A lot of nonsense.
a non-stop civil war about the way things are being distributed in league wars and this and that. Person say this and spaces, and people will have all these egos in media, and we don't have all these events like we used to. So you don't get a chance to have something to cover to like overshadow it. And you go 15, 20, 21 days without an event, and it's just like we need something to talk about. And then a new scandal comes up every 72 hours. So I got a little unmotivated, but this battle sparked a ton of creativity and motivation into what we do, into me specifically. So
Yeah.
salute to Shotty Horroh and Shuffle T. I want to say thank you.
Yo, and one more thing, you know how you were talking about how Lex and iBattle have like such a great blueprint with their app and everything. I want to say Shoddy and Premier Battles, the layout, the blueprint that they have for Premier Battles with the teams, you know, with
Oh
the
yeah.
jerseys, with the
That's when we used to follow it heavy.
yeah,
I
man.
love
It's
that
like
season they had.
it's so dope. I mean, you know, KOTD had their season, but it's not like they had teams and people that you could root for. And this is really like, you know, it's like truly like football, you know, soccer as we call it over here. You know what I'm saying? Like you could really follow them and it's like the layout is there. I mean, they've got the rankings, you know, they got the team rankings and all that, individual rapper rankings and everything. And now over the course of the past, you know, this has been going on for like 3-4 years now. Now people have really like invested in this, and people really have teams that they really love and they really root for, and teams that they hate and stuff like that. You got trades and all that stuff. And I'm just like, man, such a dope concept, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to see it continue to flourish, and you guys will get more of our attention, you know what I'm saying? Keep on dropping battles like this. You know, my fault if I haven't been in tune, but I'm definitely keeping my eyes open now, you know what I'm saying? So salute to them, salute to the blueprint that they got over there at Premier Battles, like definitely, and salute to everybody, salute to No Loose Chat. You know what I'm saying? They definitely got the gully side, you know what I mean, of the UK battles out there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start following some more of that. And salute to everyone, man. Like battle rap is worldwide, and I think sometimes we start to forget that, and we only focus on what's going on over here. And there's so many gems all around the world.
Yeah, so big salute to the whole scene out there. Big salute to London Jen too, always keeping me
Yeah, she does a
updated on all.
fantastic job.
Does a fantastic job at what she does and keep us all updated. And
Yeah,
while we're staying updated with battle rap, we do have some announcements too, Vlad, so we can
let's
stay
go.
updated with. You know what I'm saying? We can close the show with some of the
Excuse me.
RB's latest announcements for Divide and Conquer 2.
Harvey.
the
You gonna
blue
switch the
room.
lights to the blue room? You gonna switch the lights?
Hey, listen, man. All right,
Look at this guy, man. Cue up the
that-
boom, chicka, boom,
hey, that's what the
boom.
people want, man.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna
baby.
we're gonna give the
Friends gonna
people what
take
they
you to the
want.
blue room, baby. Oh yeah, girl.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you
the
go.
Frenchie's
This
blue room where the ladies get their backs blown out. You know what I'm saying, baby? Oh yeah.
All right. So we got the blue room. Divide and Conquer 2. We're gonna talk about this card ad nauseum when it gets closer, because again, this very often. I mean, it's not very often you get these events. It's like 6 weeks out because everything is so like fast paced sometimes.
Mhm.
So I appreciate this being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, literally 6 weeks out from now.
Okay.
So we're just gonna give our brief thoughts on these announcements, and when we get closer, we'll get some in-depth analysis. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, so we did talk about the main event that we guessed correctly.
Oh, man.
Then we get a second announcement. We get Ill Will versus King Los announced. What's your thoughts on Ill Will versus King Los?
Ill Will, it's time to eat, dog. It's time to eat, man. Because last time they give you one of these rapper guys, you know what I'm saying, with records out, it was a very weird battle, friends. Ill Will versus 40 Cal was not what I expected. I thought Ill Will was gonna kill 40 Cal, and it was just, I don't know. It was
But
just
then there's the Jag battle though. He handled business there. You know what
the
I'm
who?
saying?
The Jag
Jag.
battle? Yes,
Yeah. So I
He
was
did.
saying
He did.
you thought he would handle 40 the way he handled Jag,
Right. So
and he
now I'm
made up.
like,
He made up for
no,
it.
listen. He more than me. He skinned Jag. You know what I'm saying? Like he skinned him. He deep fried him in hot oil and got him
Jag trying to
hibachi
move
out of him, kid. It was
Jag trying to
crazy.
move the goalposts as far as he can, to the point where it's like, if I even win a round, if I even have a round, it's debatable. You lost the battle. And it's like,
You got to
really?
3-0 me to win the battle. You know, I'm like,
And
what?
Will said, all
Well,
right,
I'll accept the challenge. Challenge
challenge
accepted.
accepted. Let me just say,
Yo,
he doesn't
man.
get enough credit. He doesn't get enough credit for that, because even though there was a massive talent gap between the two, there's a extreme expectation curve, and it's very difficult sometimes to just body somebody even despite the talent. So I want to
Yeah.
give Will his credit for handling business there. But King Los is better than Jag now. You know what I'm saying? And King Los, I want to say, in his sample size, has fared out much better than Jag has. And
Yo, man, King Los, he's had to take my man Jay Smol's word, he's had a positive net rating. You know what I'm saying? In this battle rap world. You know, he battled Head Ice. We were both there, had him winning. You know what I'm saying? In a short turnaround time, 2 week preparation, all that stuff. His battle versus DNA, competitive battle. His battle versus Daylyt, I gotta say, I didn't really like that battle. They were all getting all lyrical miracle with each other, doing the fusion dance in the beginning and stuff like that. Had to tell the crowd, hey, we're gonna be all lyrically, so please try not to boo and like don't give us a chance and stuff. And I felt like that was a soft battle. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was two friends who put the soft gloves on and would, like this I don't know. That's just me personally, but Ill Will ain't no joke. And Ill Will seen Big K getting murder mook. It's like, okay, all right. I see where you're going with this, Rodney. All right, give me another industry rapper. Okay. And I'm hoping we get the Ill Will that battle Jag, because that dude was on 100%. And King Los, man, like whatever he did versus Daylyt, step that all the way up, man, because Ill Will is not coming to put the gloves on with you, man.
But you got the DNA. You love that let him spray. I'll take the first jab as long as the second one alters DNA. You love that bar. You love him.
Listen, yes, yes,
So
yes. That's all.
he was good in his DNA. So some
I
people have him.
know, I
Some people have
know.
him arguably beating DNA.
Right, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, I don't want to. Me personally, this is just me personally. King
Yeah,
Los, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But if you like the version of yourself that battled Daylyt,
but he won't
you
need
know,
to be that because it's
I
not a
know.
stage.
I,
It's
see, France. When we do this podcast, sometimes it's just me to like get my thoughts out to the rapper. Like somehow, I think like they're gonna listen to me and they're gonna heed my advice. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because that wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
But King Los though he knows how to rap. You know what I mean? He's fared well enough in this battle rap environment. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is going to be a good matchup. You know what I mean? The only thing that I did find weird was like a lot of folks is like, oh, this is the reward for Ill Will and stuff like that. I'm like, Ill Will is the battle rap veteran here. This is the reward for King Los. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Mm,
still like they're giving you one of the A-listers here. You know what I'm saying? Like King Los has been getting fed nothing but A-listers since he's gotten in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like he skipped the line. Everyone else has to work their way up, and he skipped the line and gets everyone. So, I've heard folks, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this is Ill Will's reward, just like, Big K's getting murder mook. No, this is not Ill Will's reward. Like, this is King Los's reward. He gets to battle one of the guys again. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think it's going to be a good battle, man. I think it's going to be a good style matchup. Like for, this is King Lo's fourth, fifth battle back or whatever. Like you definitely in the groove by this point. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to get the best version of himself and Ill Will. We know what we get.
yeah, my short analysis for this would just be that I like the King Los is gonna have been on every size of a stage so far in the street battle sample size.
Yeah.
Mid level room against Head Ice, big stage against Daylyt, intimate setting against DNA, and I can arguably say he didn't lose any of those battles. I do have him losing the DNA, but you can literally argue that he won
Yeah. Yeah.
all
No,
those battles. I
he
feel like
doesn't have a
there's
clear loss.
doesn't have a clear loss. The Daylyt battle, I agree with you. I feel like that's my least favorite performance out of the three. But it's also, him adapting to a big stage. When you put him in that environment, like against DNA, he looks
Mhm.
very poised. He looks very comfortable. He's able to get into whatever spots he likes. Some of them better than others. You know what I'm saying? Some resonates better than others. But that blue room got that energy that I feel like, is going to invigorate what King Los does to the best of his abilities.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be
Agreed.
Ill Will's third blue room battle. All right, we got two
Agreed.
more RB announcements. We also got Charlie Clips versus Rosenberg Raw.
Oh,
Your
man.
initial thoughts.
Chicken chasing Charlie, man.
Oh man,
Charlie Clips getting them chips again.
what happened?
You know what I'm saying?
Send my watch to get fixed in Switzerland.
This dude had to make a blog talking about, oh, y'all tired of my freestyling. Y'all tired of, y'all don't think I'm doing this, doing that. Well, I'm going to write all 3 rounds and take this battle serious. I'm like, oh, man, for you to have to make this announcement, Charlie, man, like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But then again, sometimes us as the viewers, we put these guys back against the wall and we pause and we tell them, yo, man, enough is enough, dog. Like, we don't like the material that you're putting out there. This is not it. We feel like we're getting shortchanged and cheated and browbeated, and you got to step it up. And I don't know if that's a good thing for Rosenberg Raw, dog, because Charlie Clips is, I was like, oh man, I've been getting these poo butt, you know what I'm saying, type of performances and stuff like that. Now I gotta go ham again. Like, Raw is like, now he's like, oh man, these dudes done motivated Charlie Clips just when I had this wounded warrior. Like I had Clips on a broken ankle, you know what I'm saying? And I'm chasing him down. I got the machete and I'm about to chop his Achilles heel on the other one, and then just like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, he done magically healed and stuff, and now he's gonna be at full strength versus me. Like, oh my god! But for us, this makes for a much better battle than what we would have gotten if we didn't put that pressure on him and told him that what he's been bringing has been pretty mediocre. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be honest, Vlad.
You got no hopes for this?
I want to see Clips do well. I could just kind of hear the annoying like Twitter voices of like, see, Charlie Clips brought his A game to the blue room, and it's like he's also been lackluster in a handful of battles. It's time to turn it around. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I,
You know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
see, I wanted to save this for another podcast. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want to. Maybe we'll discuss this on caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fair enough.
but
No,
maybe you know what I'm saying?
In all seriousness, though, Rosenberg Raw is the play that he should be getting. You know what I'm saying? Signed that 2-year deal back in September with RBE. And I want to see that 2-year deal get filled with great opportunities along his commitment to the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because, we were talking about, hey, man, this guy's committed. He's been, one of the faces, if not the face of RBE for a long time. He's putting the brand on his back.
I'm ready to pump the brakes on him being the face. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to pump the brakes on him being the face only because
let's talk.
Shout outs to Ill Will, shout outs to Big K. They're hitting a significant milestone. It's going to be both of their 20th battle on RBE. I believe this is going to be Rosenberg's 17th. They both have million view battles on the league. Rosenberg doesn't have one. They both have more headlines on the league. Rosenberg doesn't have one. They both have more top tier names on the league. Rosenberg doesn't have one. Have as many. So I'm kind of looking at it like, you know what? Like, we really got to start talking about Ill Will and Big K. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Hold on for a second. I think I've stalled. Let me get up out of here and come back. Keep on talking, Play. I'll be right back.
No doubt. Yeah. So if y'all still listening while Vlad gets the situation right, let me go ahead and just count the Rosenberg so that we can get the full number correct. I don't want to get it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 17, but again, I just want to make sure I get it right because I don't like to get these details wrong. All right, RBE battles for Rosenberg Raw. He has a total of 4, 8, 12, 15. His battle with Jag, yes, 15. So this is actually going to be his 16th RBE battle. So see, I did get it wrong. This is his 16th RBE battle. The other guys have 12. You know what I'm saying? And he was on both max outs. So was Will and Big K. You know what I'm saying? They've all been on all the big cards together. I love that for them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Vlad, I just think Ill Will and Big K are a little bit more suitable for the definition of the face of RBE than Rosenberg Raw.
So, man, I hear you. I'm just saying the man laid claim. You know what I'm saying? It's like when T.I. said, "I'm the king of the South." Nobody else wanted to claim it. He claimed it. You know what I'm saying?
To his defense, he had just 30 Will, and Big K was on this run of just battles that I was really wasn't happy with.
Mm-hmm.
So it felt very fitting at the time. But after Divide and Conquer won, a lot of shit.
Listen, man, I'm just saying the man laid claim. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I mean, like he said, this is the biggest battle of his career, and he feel like he's getting rewarded with one of the GOATs. Hey, if you can get Charlie, man, get him. If you can clip him, clip him.
Speaking of Rosenberg, he's actually connected to the next announcement. So they also announced Show Off versus Chef Trez going down on Divide.
Oh, they did?
Too. Yes, they did. They announced it today. And,
okay.
And
I was out with the family today, so I missed that.
No doubt. But I know everybody's initial reaction is, well, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, Chef Trez signed the URL contract. We saw the LTBR post that he signed a deal with. If you guys read the news post, all prior engagements prior to signing will be fulfilled, and all prior commitments out. Whatever obligations he had prior. And Chef Trez and Rosenberg Raw was contracted to battle, I believe, on Straight to It Volume 3. Same card, a War Battle $3, and the battle didn't go down. So he's still owed a battle there, and he's just gonna do it against Show Off instead.
All right, man.
I mean, Red got his battle done, even though he signed his deal. So of course, like we said, prior obligations will be fulfilled.
Right. All it is. Interesting battle, man. Interesting battle. Show Off, hella aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Super duper street. You know what I mean? Chef Trez, freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Lyrical also. Interesting battle. And I do like what Chef Trez did versus John the last go round. Like he definitely, But that was John John. Like he definitely had a mission battling him, coming from his league and all that stuff, and all the talk that they've been doing back and forth for a long time. Um, but initial reactions, man, I think, Show Off, he's been doing his thing, especially in that blue room. Also, he's been very consistent. And I think he's going to continue down on that path, man. I think he's going to want to show why, he's one of those guys over at RBE. And especially now that those guys are taking so much pride and they claim RBE now. Like RBE is theirs. Like they claim that. And, Trez signing over to URL for 2 years. They're looking at him as like a URL guy, an outsider guy now. And I think, there's just going to be a little bit more motivation for Show Off to show off versus Chef Trez.
There's definitely going to be a bit more motivation for Show Off, but seeing how Chef Trez handled the biggest battle of his career against John John, main event battle where you went last, the consensus, at least you're winning on the app as well, you know what I'm saying? It's very promising, and I want to see where Chef Trez takes this now newfound level of consistency he's had over his last couple of battles at URL and elsewhere, to see if he can take that against Show Off and say, hey, listen, I just beat John John Adana at the main event in my city. I can handle Show Off.
I hear you, player. I hear you, big dog.
So, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for it to all go down. The Blue Room, we'll talk about it more when it's time to. And it's almost time to end the podcast. But before we end the show, there was a rapper that has been talking to several members in the media over the last couple of days. He did an interview with Tony Bro. He did an interview with Anwar. So he did an interview with Cola from Black Compass. And in all three interviews, this MC said, I might go to RBE. It's almost calculated. He made sure to say that exact same sentence.
I mean, didn't he say he's instead of the might, didn't he change one of those words and says he's gonna go? Did I hear wrong?
Hey, listen, all I know is he's mentioned going over there all three times, and that person is none other than Eazy the Block Captain.
Yeah. He says he's gonna go over to every league and spank someone. No freaky. You know what I'm saying? And even say he wants to go over to KOTD and do his thing over there too. But he definitely said, no, don't take that trip over to RBE. Make something happen, man. The bull ain't playing, dog. He done said, I'm taking my destiny into my own hands. I'm going on an award tour with Muhammad, my man. Blessing each and every stage with the mic in my hand. And RBE is one of those platforms, man. So it's gonna be very interesting though to watch the reception he gets, though. You know what I'm saying? Like how that whole thing plays out. But I know that he's been to several RBE events in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eazy the politician, make sure to show face, shake hands, stay in the good graces, and show that it's just all business all the time, and the number one business for Eazy is easy. So, Eazy in a blue room or a max out, that's all. If you're gonna do it, you might as well go all the way, man. Do the damn max out. Get another, 1,500 plus venue, sell that bitch out, get your YouTube drop. You know what I'm saying?
I wish.
See if you can stack another milli on that joint, man.
I'm very happy that we can talk about this with nuance without it having to be a league versus league thing. Unfortunately, everybody makes it that. But
you mean we can't make it there, friends, for the sensationalism?
Oh man, I you know what I'm saying? I would very much not like to, you know what I'm saying? They call us compromised. So we gotta choose our words apparently.
I guess so, man.
But in all seriousness, there's something poetic about the fact that he did a 1SK there, didn't get picked up, and his return could possibly be a main event battle. Because I don't think Eazy would just be like, nah, I'm gonna be second on the card. I think he's like, yo, you got to main event me.
Oh, come on, man. Listen. When you step away the way that he stepped away, and the waves that it's made, and the results that he got, and from day one, Eazy has been very strategic on the opponents that he wanted, the opponents that he battled, and it's all worked out for him. So whoever he chooses to battle on that stage, and best believe, Eazy, get that top dollar player. You know what I'm saying? Get that bread. Break all these leagues for as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because you are at your hottest right now. You know what I mean? You deserve it. So go break that bread. They all got it, and it's waiting for you. You know, you just make sure that it's someone that we all want to see you battle. Make it the biggest battle that it could be at the time being. Get that max out 3. There's no way he's going to be second on the card. Like, I don't see him pulling the move that he made just to be second to anybody right now. Because what did Eazy say? It's all about Eazy. It's all about me. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't going to be second to nobody, man. So whoever was going to be main event on that max out, if Eazy says he wants on that card, he's going to be the main event on that card, man.
Listen, I don't know against who. I'll wait till further speculations or more details amidst or more rumblings. I'm connected. You know what I'm saying? But I just know this much.
Oh my gosh, that pay-per-view is going to be through the roof, son.
The day we see his face on an RBE flyer, I know.
Yeah, the internet's going to collapse.
Get ready. Stop whatever you're doing. I'm calling for an emergency podcast.
Son, the internet is going to collapse, yo. Oh my God. The endless streams of blogs from Rodney. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might be able to charge 70 for this pay-per-view. He's gonna say, hey, Remy, he charged 65. I'm gonna drop a nickel bag on that, baby. $70 a day of. Oh man. Eazy. Eazy, man. Get you a cut of that pay-per-view too, bull. You know what I'm saying? Because you are driving the traffic right now, big dog. You know what I'm saying?
The extendo?
Listen, it's about business.
Who's to say he didn't get it last time? You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, man, like, break these new business models. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you get your cut of everything, because if you're driving that traffic there, and now you're gonna have all the analytics on your side. You know what I'm saying? Like, you coming off of almost, this battle's gonna be at 2 million pretty soon, man. You know what I'm saying? So get that bread, Eazy. But the France, could you imagine the moment ARP introduces Eazy, the block captain, to the stage, son? Like, it's gonna be pandemonium, B.
I can hear ARP's voice saying, "Welcome home." It's just like,
oh.
Oh,
I thought there's no place like Chrome. I thought Chrome was his home. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, listen, everybody don't get offended about it. This is just drama, right? We're mutual good guys, you know what I'm saying? But
welcome home. Oh, and the dap and the half a hug and the big cheese smile. Yeah.
Max out shit. Movie shit.
They didn't think we could do it. We got it done, Eazy.
1.4 million in a short week.
Eazy, the block captain versus Lloyd Bay.
Yo, boy.
Max out, ninja. Yo, man.
All right, man. If you made it this far to the pod, enjoy the banter. You know what I'm saying? We don't engage in much of the league versus league wars, but we know the drama sells, and we're
welcome home.
Hey, listen. Can you not see that happening?
Yo, Son's gonna be the face of Chrome and the face of RBE simultaneously.
But
oh my god!
Can you not envision all of this just like happening? If it happens, we're gonna look back to this pod and be like, "Yeah, did it again."
Yo, Eazy's gonna be the first rapper to be the face of 2 leagues at the same time, yo.
We ain't call him
he gonna just rotate every 3 months. He gonna RBE, Chrome, RBE, Chrome, RBE, Chrome.
Rare 23
Battle Academy.
Chrome breed Battle Academy.
Chrome breed. Chrome breed. What's wrong with you?
Rare Chrome 23.
Yo,
Rare Chrome Academy 23. All right, man.
Easy to block getting them chips again.
Yeah, let's call it. Let's
Last
call
max out, what happened?
it. That's enough.
Watch came back from Switzerland.
Let's get out of here before we get in trouble.
Hey
Sign this out.
man, listen. If you've been watching this on YouTube, man, please subscribe, leave a comment right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, help us get into the algorithm without having to get us into any drama, please. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
this is probably the most drama you'll get from us. This is it. This is the most.
I don't know, man. You hop behind that Patreon wall, man. We might have to give you that 2 mean to stream. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on Caffeine as usual. You know what I'm saying? You might, somebody might be coming back to Caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Also, always log on to letstalkbattlerap.com. We will have the full exclusive written recap of the King Bau, and Daylyt article dropping very, very, very soon. And follow us on all socials at LTBR Podcast. And if you've made it this far, you want to leave a contribution to the show to make the show better, the Cash App is open. $ LTBR Podcast. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, we do appreciate you guys tuning in every Monday and rocking with your boys. We do not take any of this for granted. France, man, it's been another great episode. We've made it over 2 hours, man. This is one of the highlights of my week. You know what I'm saying? Besides my kids, man, and my wife, like, oh, man, this is like such a great, therapy session and just all around fun time, man. And I definitely enjoy it all the way around the board. So thank you for everyone for tuning in. And until next week, man, peace.